Hi, my name is Yolantaㅅ, and I'm currently working in Korea, mainly as a photojournalist, but I'm also working as an English teacher in Suju, which is in the middle of Korea. I think that's all I will say because I will have a lot more to say in the future.
Hello. My name is Mara. I live in Bandung, Indonesia, and I'm also a student and also a teacher, Indonesian teacher. You're English teacher and I'm English teacher. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, because I do my master now while I'm teaching middle schooler for Indonesian subject. Yeah, and assistant attendant. And in the that's right.
Hi everyone. I'm Subin, Korean, living in Korea. I'm currently in Suwon, but I went to college in Seoul, in Korea actually. That's where I met Puddle. And from Puddle I heard you're also in yeah, that area. Like I'm from there too. But Suwon has always been my home. My family bought my house here, so I'm here all by myself actually, because my family, my parents live in Thailand, my sister lives in Japan. I grew up in Thailand, so that's where I kind of learned English most of the time. I'm currently working as a marketing researcher for all of those years. That's pretty much it. Oh, like I studied sociology in college. Looking forward.
Okay, so the PDF, Yolanta smiling and Mara also smiling. So this is the event for today, monthly Wikirace review. This is our from USA, Wandering and overview. This is a match, a game the winner. June 17th Saturday, and in Korea, here in Korea it's 9:30 night time, and maybe in Indonesia it's 7:30, right? 2 hours. Every time you win the match, you are some amount of $19 US dollars. Some extra points and 10% in US dollars. So this is the amount of rounds. So you're playing 1 round of skills and repeating it. And the donation actually is donated. I don't know the time. She really loves the knowledge prize money is big because we are not inviting teams to it. Actually, the rule has been changed a little bit because only 2 players playing each other. And this is actually the old model of playing Wikirace in 2022. There has been a match always playing one-on-one. Actually, playing 3 people together was a new format. I was trying to this year, but I found that playing 3 people is not that fun. Then playing 2 people, because it's really hard to record the win or lose giving them points, because there will be a winner and loser and one has to be so I couldn't find an exciting way of recording. So from now only 2 players every time, and a little bit change the prize money also. This is if you win game, you will earn 10 IP. 10 IP. That's very simple. There will be no second place, no first place. Only winner takes the 10 IP. And as I told you, there will be 9 rounds of the 9 rounds. So if you win all 9 rounds, you will earn 90 IP. If you lose all 9 rounds, you will earn nothing. Earn 40 or 50, and you can exchange IP into US dollar when you collect, when you raise. So 200 things now real time. So please keep coming in, and I believe you can raise the IP amount of the you can exchange the real time. I'm waiting for you. And actually it's not 90 because you have a double chance. So one player can activate 1 time double chance during the 9 rounds. So anyone wins that round, the winner gets a double chance. So even if Mara activates double chance, Subin won the game, Subin gets the double chance. Subin activates the double chance, and Mara wins, Mara also gets the double chance. Okay, so here is the record, IP. Mara is raising up to 70.2 IP, raising 99th place from 38 players, IP holder. Subin is winning as the first player who never raised IP. So I hope Subin can raise today to some high piece today. And colors. Mara is playing as a red. So Mara is red and Subin is a blue. Okay? Thank you. Okay, then soon I'm going to reveal the first keyword that Yolanta brought. I didn't do it. Yolanta created it, and you will copy and paste it in Wikipedia page. Remember, you know how to do it. And when I call 3, 2, 1, go, you will enter this and research the article. So Yolanta, basically, this is kind of play game. Finding the destination keyword you brought today, and we will watch that in Google Meet after the game started. Okay. So first one. Please see the Zoom chat box and share your screen too. No one shares screen yet. Sorry. Thank you. Please share your screen. Good. Mara is okay. Good. I checked your screen. Subin is not sharing yet, so I'm waiting for Subin. Okay, thank you. And just a second, I'm putting the faces in the middle of the screen. Just a second. Okay. Good. 4 of us in the middle. Okay, ready? Subin and Mara? Okay, both are ready. Okay, if I call 3, 2, 1, you can start. And I'll mute my Zoom and move to Google Meet, okay? And one more rule today. I already told Subin, actually. There is actually draw, when no one hit the destination, no one in a limited time, 4 minutes, which is 4 minutes per round. It was like tie until today, right? No one get the high P, no one get the points, no one was the winner, right? Remember, Mara? But today, if nobody touched the destination, hit the destination, I will call 1 more minute, and anyone who hit the United States, that's the winner. Do you understand, Mara? So no one hit the destination. No one. Let's say in 4 minutes, nobody found the destination. It was too hard, for example. And I will call 1 more minute. Oh, you have a 1 more minute, 1 more extra minute, and please go to the USA, United States. So destination changes in the last moment, so that we can prevent the tie, as a result. So I don't want any rounds becoming tie or draw at the end. So I just want to make anyone winner become winner, okay? At the end. That's what I make. Okay? Ready? 3. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Please start. Okay, hi Yolanta. Can you see the screen? People playing now here? I'm talking.
I see them.
Good. I can hear your voice very clearly, and I can switch the. So this is Mara, where Mara is for the Hong Kong Americans as a destination now. And Subin, let's see the Subin screen. Actually, blue color you can see actually on the bottom. That's the Subin screen. So we are kind of giving the audience the comments while they're playing. Just a second. I have to put Subin's face. Okay, like this. This is Subin, and Mara came to United States, and Subin is Southern Europe, right? And we can compare like this too.
Yeah, I think Mara is. Yeah, she's almost clear Asian Americans. Very fast.
Oh, Mara. Okay. Now you see the okay. Wait.
Oh.
Mara hit the destination. Okay. Wow, Mara. Okay. Subin, you can stop playing. And Mara also, you can stop playing. I don't give anyone's 40 seconds because only 2 players is playing. So there is only winner and the one who didn't win. We can say loser, and there is no second place. Okay, Mara, why you are so strong this much?
Because
what was your strategy?
Actually, I'm lucky because I got something about Oklahoma at the beginning.
Okay, Oklahoma.
Yeah, so I click Oklahoma and then America, I mean United States. And actually, I learned before this I practice,
Oh,
and where I supposed to go. Yeah, and I go to ASEAN and then American ASEAN, and there is Hong Kong ASEAN and other
mhm, mhm.
mix.
So
As-
I think you went very correctly, and you are very lucky starting from the U.S., which is the Oklahoma, right? U.S. related article. Sometimes it can be chemistry, math, or even Africa or something like this. But you are already from the U.S. And how about Subin? Well, what was your first page when you clicked the random article?
I think it was some sort of like engineering project,
Okay.
like science related article.
Mm-hmm. And you couldn't hit the U.S. yet, right?
No,
You
I
are on
only
the
went
way.
to Europe.
Okay, and you are looking for the U.S. Going to the U.S.
Right.
Okay, that's something really happens usually in Wikirace. Some people say it's all about luck, but I know, according to my experience, it's not all about luck. It's another factors, many another factors. This time, Subin was unlucky, but I'm so sure if Subin hit the U.S., Subin also knows the immigration or the Asian Americans, and Subin will find the Hong Kong. Okay, so Mara, you can now close, and let's hear some story from Yolanta. Yolanta, you can come back from the Google Meet. You can mute Google Meet and come back to the Zoom, and unmute Zoom, please. And please share your screen to
Okay.
show them the photos and stories.
Yeah, let me figure out how to do that real quick. Let's see.
The Subin made a very good standard last time, sharing photos and story together. It really worked well. So I made one new standard for wiki tellers to bring photos. Okay. So
See, I think
Yolanta, okay.
now you can see the screen, right?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
It's not. You can. We can see all the screens. Your
Oh.
computer itself. It's not
Oh.
no slideshow without slideshow. Yeah. Maybe you
So
can.
how should I do this?
Maybe you can just do it. Or can you find the button on the top right slideshow? Maybe.
Slideshow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did that work? Is it working?
Working now? Good.
Okay, beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
please, Yolanta, tell your story of why you brought the Hong Kong American as a first keyword.
Yeah. I wanted to bring Hong Kong American as my first keyword because so I am living in Korea, and living here, people when they look at me, they automatically think Korean. Um, but it was also the same when I lived in the US as well. People would ask me all the time, like, where are you from? Where are you really from? And I was living in the United States most of the year, and then I would go back to Hong Kong during my summer and winter vacations. So I felt like I was always in between cultures and not really sure, am I Hong Kong? Am I American? What am I? And eventually, now that I have been living in Korea for a few years, I've become, quite comfortable with the, Hong Kong American label. And I really think of that as my identity now, and I'm quite happy with it. And so today I brought some old pictures. So this first one is actually my grandmother. So she was actually the first generation to move to Hong Kong. So before that, she was living in the Guangdong region in China. But, during the war, she was forced out with her family and had to move down to Hong Kong. So she came down with, of course, like her mother, which is my great grandmother. That's not me on the lap. That is my oldest uncle on my mother's side, so the first son. And yeah, she was around until I was about 3 or 4 years old. So she lived quite an old age. And then that's my mother on the back of the lion with the oldest uncle and the third uncle. There's four of them. And then does anybody recognize this lion? Where might you have seen this lion before? Any ideas? No ideas?
Oh, you can
So
you can speak. Anyone you can speak.
Is it in Madrid?
no, this is in Hong Kong. This is in Hong Kong. Yeah.
Is it in like a courthouse?
Actually, I don't know if it's in front of a courthouse. I think it is. But actually, this is the lion that's on front of the Hong Kong money, on front of the currency. There's like big picture of a lion. It's from this. Maybe it's in front of the bank, not in front of the courthouse. But either way, it's big institution in Hong Kong. And then just quickly, where I'm from. So actually, yeah, my family lives here in Junmun, which is in the New Territories area. It's really close to Shenzhen. It's kind of the countryside. And then, of course, I also grew up in California, down here in the South. Yeah, and this is like the kind of difference of the places I lived. I lived in, big city in Hong Kong, but also in California, I lived in a little town called Covina, and it's like a very what you imagine of like 80s to 90s California. It's very rural. We don't have trains. We don't really have buses. We have to get everywhere by car. Yeah, so it's a very big difference between the two places I lived, but they're both part of my Hong Kong American identity. Yeah, that's it. Vado, back to you.
Thank you, Yolanta. Wow. So now we can say Yolanta is the Hong Kong American, right? American, but from Hong Kong. Maybe when she was young, right? And according to her story, I know she doesn't have any Hong Kong citizenship, right? So purely, she is now American, and now living in Korea. So, as how she introduced herself in the beginning of the session. Okay. So, is there any question to Yolanta, Subin or Mara, about this? The first one.
I have actually, like the scenery, like both of the picture have kind of mountain area. How about the weather? Is that the same, or is the weather same chill, or Hong Kong more chill than in the California? How about the weather?
Oh, the weather. So
Yeah, the weather.
yeah. I mean, Hong Kong is like tropical region, so it's really hot. But in California, it's what we call like Mediterranean climate. So it's about the same the whole year. At night, it's a little bit cool. I would say it's like about the same temperature as Korea right now, which is, let me check, maybe about, yeah, 15, 17 degrees. But during the day, it can get really hot. During the summer, maybe around like 30, 35 degrees Celsius. But it's not humid. So it feels so much cooler compared to, Korea or Hong Kong.
I
Okay.
see.
Yeah.
Mara is someone living in the country under the equator, right, Mara?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and I never go to Hong Kong or California. That's why I curious. Thank you.
thank you, Mara, for asking some interesting weather question. Okay, so I'm sharing the score. Actually, I
Wait,
forgot.
Baro, I have a question.
Oh, okay, Subin. Please.
I mean, like, so much questions in my head ready from the first keyword, but
Let's do it.
how is your Cantonese game?
Oh, good question. That's a good question.
How's my Cantonese? Oh my gosh. When I was still visiting Hong Kong frequently to visit my grandmother, I could speak and listen just fine. But these days, when I'm video calling my grandmother, suddenly it's the Korean words coming out and not the Cantonese words. So I need some practice.
Okay. More questions, Subin?
No.
Okay, thank you. That was a good question, actually. You're right. Yolanta, Korean pops out. Okay. Okay, so score. I'm going to tell the score. Actually, it was just first round, and we are playing 9 rounds. Hong Kong America. Mara won Hong Kong America very quickly. Maybe as expected, maybe as a last champion. But Subin, don't give up, please. Subin, you will have a chance. And I forgot to tell you whether to activate the double chance. Actually, you can activate among the rest of the 8 rounds. So from the second round, if I forgot to ask you, please tell me why are you not asking something like this. Okay. Okay, let's go to the second keyword. Please share your screen, Mara and Subin. And let's do it. Mara, okay. I'm waiting for Subin. Okay. Good. Oh, just a second. I have to put the screen. Where? Our face is gone. Just a second. Okay. Oh, okay, I found it. Okay, so the destination keyword is or chat box. Okay, so please see the chat box. And please tell me whether to activate double chance or not. This word looks so simple, but it has plenty of story in Yolanta's life. Yolanta has a bunch of story on this word. Okay, no one activate double chance? Are you sure? Okay, let's go. 3, 2, 1, please start. Okay, I'm back to Google Meet, and the players are playing for the people. I mean, yes, people are playing for the people. And Subin is still researching what people is. Oh, okay, now Subin clicked the random article, which is the starting of the race. And Mara already came to what is it? I don't know the meaning of this page.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Ooh, India. I think.
Mara is in Mongol and Subin is in India. Mara is in indigenous peoples. And Subin came to human.
Ooh, human.
Human is I think closer than indigenous peoples, right?
Ooh.
Okay, human. Subin is
both really
very
close.
fast. Yes, very fast. Oh, Subin
But you never know.
is lost
She might get stuck.
because
A lot of
Mara-
text.
Oh, Subin came to human revolution and
People.
etymology and definition. Okay. And Mara
This
is
might be a lot harder than we imagine.
yes, because people is too broad actually. It's too
Yeah.
general known, I think, to find in the encyclopedia, Wikipedia, the dictionary. But I think at this point Subin is closer than Mara.
Yeah. Well, they've still got time. There's a chance that they'll find people.
Because I was checking all the keywords you wrote, and when I put people in the Wikipedia, there were the link human as a related key page, but I'm not sure the vice versa. Human page has a people.
Yeah.
Oh, Subi went to human science and philosophy.
Science and philosophy.
The hashtag, that's a section.
Yeah, I mean, that might be a good way.
Mhm.
Yeah. Go through from like a science perspective.
Or social perspective, maybe. Oh, Subi went to ethnic
yeah.
group, ethnicity. So they are very
which
similar
is
page.
similar.
Oh, Subin found the
Yeah.
people. Subin found the destination this
Oh!
time. Subin made Subin equalized
Woo!
the point. Wow, Subin finally. Okay. So let me mute my Google Meet just a second. Okay, and Yolanta, also you can come back to the Zoom. Oh, Subin, finally you won the first game in your life in Wikirace. Okay, Subin is dancing. Okay, Subin, so this time, I was so surprised that you went human very quickly. So how it happened and what was your strategy from the beginning?
I forgot what my first page was, but I think I went to India, the most populous country, and then I somehow found human from there. I think it was ethnic group, and then I found humans, and then people.
Yeah, and you were a little bit lost in human, right? Like going etymologies and definition, and after this science or something, blah blah blah, and
Yeah, I was actually looking for the word people in the human page, but
Mhm.
I couldn't find it, so.
and after that you went to ethnic group, right? Remember,
Mhm.
before you go to ethnicity, and when you were ethnic group, Mara was in ethnic group in Russia. So at the moment, both of you were so close in on a similar page. Mara was ethnic group in Russia, and Subi was ethnic group in general. I mean the page. And Subi went to ethnicity and people, and Mara was maybe a little bit lost in ethnic group in Russia, I guess. Okay, thank you, Subin. Not thank you, Subin. Thank you, Yolanta. Okay, so Yolanta, why people was the keyword you brought? What people means to you? In context, what context did you bring people? Can you please share your screen and tell us? It's loading. Okay.
Yolanta, yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so the reason why I brought up people is because, well, first of all, when I was young, I didn't really have that much of an interest in people. I was, more obsessed about the kind of built environment. I remember, watching the apartment on the other side of the street in Hong Kong, being built. And that was such an exciting thing for me that I, ended up studying landscape architecture in my university days. But, the more I studied and the more I was doing the kind of university readings, I sort of realized, maybe I'm not that interested in design and I'm more interested in people and the way people interact with the environment. Because, when I think of my childhood, it wasn't just, watching the cities becoming built. It was about, my interaction with those things. It's, how I can get from point A to point B so quickly in Hong Kong. There's so many buses, so many subways, but, I have to wait for a car in Covina, and that was so uncomfortable. And one of the things that helped me realize that was this book by Jan Gell, and he was a professor at my school as well. And he wrote this book called Cities for People, where he was just researching and watching how people use space. Um, and the book is full of these drawings, like what can people see, if they are in an environment with a short building versus a really tall building, how do they feel in that space? And that made me really understand, actually, I'm more interested in people rather than doing the buildings themselves. And so when I first when I moved back to Korea in 2017 after my first visit in 2014, I came, intending to be a photojournalist. I wanted to know about how people live, why they live the way they do. And, one of my first projects was about this place in Seoul called Muledong. And this area used to, well, first during the Japanese occupation, it was all about textiles. this is where they would make textiles for exporting. And then later on, this area got turned into kind of factories during the Park Chung-hee administration, where Korea was trying to really become an industrial nation. And this area is interesting because after the boom of the industry, then artists come in because this is a place with really cheap rents. And at the time, Hongdae is getting priced out. There's too many artists there. And so I embarked on this documentary project where I, was looking and interviewing the kind of cafes that were popping up, music venues, and also the kind of artists that were in the area as well. And it was, such an incredible learning process of, how to interact with people, how to interview them, how to really understand, their lives. And yeah, my photos and stuff were included in this kind of archive book that one of the curators of an independent gallery put together to kind of talk about the history of this neighborhood. Oops. Ooh, what happened? And I was also really blessed to be able to actually exhibit my photos. And the exhibition was called, The Night Belongs to Artists. And it was just this commentary on the way people think that, during the day, it's all industrial. And then at night, it's the artists and they're kind of, separate population. They don't interact. And that they're opposing each other. So I took, pictures of the workers at night to show actually, they have a lot of overlaps. There is so much potential for collaboration. They don't have to be, opposing each other. They can actually, work together in this neighborhood and they don't need to price each other out. And that's why, for me, people is, really important for my practice and also, as an interest as well. Everything has to be about people and how people relate to what we do. Back to you, Bado.
Thank you, Yolanta. So, any words or question to Yolanta, Mara, or Subin on this keyword? What was the keyword? People, right?
So
Or the
has-
story.
yeah.
Not only the people, just story. Yes. Oh, Subin, what's it? What is it?
Has documenting the neighborhoods done just in photograph, or do you have any like videos taped?
Just in photographs. Yeah, at the time, I wasn't very confident in video. If I could have, I think I really would have done video, but yeah, it's just photos at the moment. There is an article though. If you search Places Journal, I did post a little article about this documentary.
Okay, like I would love to read about it after this Zoom call. Anyway,
Yeah.
thank you.
I told you. Subin
That'd be
will like it.
wonderful.
Okay. Maybe after this game, maybe Yolanta, you can share your Instagram and your website, right? Your website.
Yep.
Your own website.
Mhm.
Mara also, you can follow. Okay.
Of course.
So let me summarize the score. Actually, we are only playing two rounds. First round, Hong Kong American, Mara took first winning, and People the second round, Subin won. So it's a tie, 1.21. Okay. So I'm going to share the third one. Okay, everyone, please share your screen again. And let's not forget the double point this time. Okay. Thank you, Subin. Good. So I'm going to release the next keyword. Oh, just a second. Sorry. Good. Okay. Ready, everyone? Just released. And please copy and paste and tell me if you want to activate the double chance or not. No one's? Okay. Okay. maybe there will be another chance at the end of the game. All right. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Please start. Okay, I came back to the Google Meet, and Yolanta, and you can hear my voice. Good. So both are researching from the first page, and Mara left finally the first page by clicking
Ooh,
the random
United
button.
Kingdom.
Okay, she went to United Kingdom, right? And Subin left to the first page. Okay, and Subin came to biologist.
Biologist.
Okay,
Oh my gosh.
who do you think is win at this point?
Ooh.
What?
Oh,
Mara!
Mara's in agriculture in the UK.
Mara came to agriculture
Yeah.
in the UK. Mara knows.
I think.
Oh, Mara!
Oh.
Oh, Mara!
So
Hit
quick.
the destination. Too quick, too fast, Mara. No, Mara. Okay.
I know, Bado, you picked something that was too easy. Mara's just that good.
Okay. Okay, Mara. Actually, I think Mara is very strong because Mara knows where to go when she hit some specific country. And she knows there will be an economy section of the country. And in economic section, there will be agriculture. Actually, this is what the strong player of Wikirace do in general. Going to the economy or culture or geometry, political things. And Mara knew that, right, Mara? So even if even it was in UK, other country like Africa or something else, Mara still will go to the economy and agriculture, right, Mara? I can imagine that. It really doesn't matter. Okay, so Mara, I saw how you played, starting from the UK, and Subin. Actually, what was your first page, Subin? Do you remember?
It was some biologist.
Ah, right, biologist, right. So actually, we were expecting you to find some, what is it, germs or bacterias and found in, like, the agricultural industry, but Mara was too fast. Okay, so Yolanta, maybe it's your turn again. What agriculture means to you? So please share your screen and tell us your screen.
Yeah, so I did this documentary project starting in 2017, but the reason why I really came to Korea was actually to study the countryside. Because in 2014, I did woofing. I don't know if you guys know what woofing is, but it's this program where people can volunteer to work on a farm. In return, they get food and housing. And so I, newly graduated college student, didn't have any money. I did, volunteering or to, stay in Korea for a few months. And the first family that I stayed with, they were a couple who were living in Seoul, but after their son graduated, they decided, we want to live in the countryside. We want to, have a kind of relaxing life. We don't want to deal with the stress of the city anymore. And they're part of this movement in Korean. It's called Guinom, where it means, they're returning back to the countryside to farm or to find a living. And I was really surprised at the time because I hadn't really heard of people, doing this in the US. You don't really hear of people doing that in Hong Kong either. In Japan, I know some people who are doing something similar, but it just seems like such, an amazing thing for, a Korean family to do because of just how competitive society is in Korea. Everybody is trying to get into good university. living in Seoul, buying a house in Seoul, and for them to just say, we're done. We're done with Seoul. We're going to move to the countryside. I thought that was such an amazing decision on their part. So in 2017, when I, quit my job as a landscape designer, uh, really my intention was to come back to Korea and actually kind of study about people who are doing Kwinnong, because I also didn't know what I wanted to do in the future. And along the way, I've met so many amazing people, especially women, and also just families that I've become incredible friends with. And really, it's through them that I have really like found my voice as a photojournalist, because the first family I met, I wrote a little small article about them, and at the time in 2014, the Hallyu wave hadn't come yet. There wasn't that much information about Korea, especially this kind of like niche topic, and people seem to really enjoy and resonate with that story. And because of those responses, I felt that, actually, maybe I could do this as a job. Maybe I can stay in Korea. I can document their lives and write about their lives, and also the kind of like food culture along the way. And that can be something I contribute to society. Okay, back to you, Vado.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Yolanta. Okay. So, any words or question to Yolanta on this story? Subin or Mara?
Everyone,
Yes, Mara, please.
since when you love to do photograph, like you have that as hobby from really early age, or you just start to do it?
Um, I think the first time I really took pictures, well, actually, if you're talking about like photography, I think I was really interested in photography since a really young age. My father bought me the like Hello Kitty, like disposable camera, which I still have. And I think maybe since I was, 4 or 5, I was, kind of taking pictures, and I really like to draw. So I was always interested in like art and design. But I didn't really take pictures, I think, until maybe 2013. So when I was about like 20, I, got a grant from my school to go to Nepal to do research and to study. I took some pictures that I submitted to like a contest at my school, and I got a prize for it. And I think that was the first moment I thought, oh, actually, I'm making pictures. I'm not just, taking some snaps on my phone.
That's how it happened. Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
How about
It's
Subin?
really nice.
Is there some? If you don't have, we can move to next. Okay, so I'm going to summarize the result until the third round, agriculture. So Mara took another point by winning this round. So Mara earned 2 wins, and Subin is losing by 1 point, but no one knows what's happened next. And we will move to the number 4, round number 4, okay? So I'm going to put in the chat box. And please share your screen while I'm going to put this. Thank you, Mara. Good. Now we are very quick. Sharing and stop sharing, sharing again. Okay, thank you, Subin. Good. Okay, please see the chat box and tell me whether you want to activate double chance or not. No one? Okay, ready everyone? Don't be too scared. This is maybe the one of the difficult destination we are playing today for the first time, right? Ready? 3, 2, 1. Please start. Okay, I'm back to Google Meet and Kodak Brownie. I was so impressed by the name of the camera actually, and this keyword actually is related to some specific the figure, right? Yolanta would like to introduce, and Subin already started.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a difficult one.
If I am player, maybe I need to find a Kodak first, right? We need a Kodak. So maybe
World War One is a good place.
Maybe
to start.
Subin is going to the US, I guess, because it's a US company, right?
That is true. I always get confused that it's Japan, but okay, World War One technology. There's lots of photographic technology that came out during this time.
Oh,
I think Subin's in a
Subin is
great
looking for the
spot.
camera or photos.
Oh, that's smart to look on the side like that.
Oh, on the other hand, Mara came to
Atheism.
atheism. Wow.
Okay. Oh.
Albania, the name of the country. Okay. I'm not sure what Mara is looking for, but okay, Mara is looking for one specific country, I guess. Maybe going to the US.
Maybe. Oh. Technology. Oh no, Subin's getting stuck in World War One technology. Oh no. Okay, yeah, I think Mara is headed to the US.
Right, continent. Looking for the American. Okay, Mara came to Americas, not the US yet. And Subin came to finally change her page. Armored Warfare. And Mara is now in the US. So I guess according to my past experience, Mara will go to New York City, not the economics.
Okay.
Not economics this time.
There must have been something on the page that pointed to New York City and helped her get there.
High tech. Mara came to high tech.
Okay. Yeah, maybe that's gonna lead her directly to Kodak.
But
Let's see.
I'm not sure why Subin is in Armored Warfare 1920s and Red Army. Maybe it's a communist. Oh, World War II. Finally, she progressed the age.
Powers. Yeah. Okay, New York Times. I think Mara is really close.
Oh, but Mara went back to the New York City again from the New York Times.
Oh.
And Subin.
I think Subin's a little confused because I think people often think that Kodak is a Japanese company.
But Canon and Sony and Panasonic.
Canon, Nikon,
Nikon,
yeah.
yes. But actually, even if Subin found the Canon or Sony Nikon, that can lead to Kodak too, actually, because Wikipedia links page is all linked by the categories.
That's smart.
Okay, only 30 seconds left.
Oh gosh. So close.
So New York and Japan, who will be the winner? And after no one wins within a time, I have to go to the US. Then Mara will be the winner. Right?
Yeah. So Mara's in a good spot no matter what.
Okay, everyone, time's up. So please go to the US, and that will be the winner in this round. Oh, Subin went to US.
Subin! Oh my
Subin
goodness!
to US. What? From Japan? Okay.
So fast.
What? Sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, Subin was so smart. Maybe Subin was waiting for hitting US. Okay, anyway, actually Mara was in New York, and Subin, you are in Japan. So I thought Mara is going to win again the fourth round because Mara was in New York, right? When I called the U.S. But Subin, what happened? Did you know, Subin? Were you preparing for this moment? Ah, wow, so smart. From Japan. So special, so professional at this game. Okay. Okay. Thank you. And Yolanta, please share your screen and why Kodak Brownie was the destination.
Okay. So actually, I have to thank Botto for the Kodak Brownie, because originally I picked the keyword, which was just the name of the photographer I wanted to introduce. So that one is not the Kodak Brownie. That one, ooh, I forget the name of the camera. But the Kodak Brownie was the first camera this photographer used in his youth, and he won a photography competition when he was 14, which later led him to become a photojournalist, but more of a fine arts photographer. But the name is Fan Ho, and he is a Chinese photographer. And he worked, mostly in Hong Kong, but later on in his life, he, also moved to the U.S. And actually, he lived not that far from me, in northern United States. So it was kind of a shock to learn that later on. But yeah, he is this photographer who takes these black and white photographs of especially, Hong Kong. And I learned about him, I think, when I was in university, just, searching some photos. And I was just really struck by the way he captured scenes. They're very reminiscent of, the famous, photographers of that time. They've got these like strong lines. But, I'm used to seeing kind of Western photographers like Henri Cartier-Bresson. He's the famous guy. And, all the photographers from Magnum. But here's Fan Ho. He's taking pictures of Hong Kong. And I'm kind of seeing my family through this. I'm seeing me through this. And I was really touched that he was not only creating these beautiful photos and showing, the time and place that he's living, but also when I look at his photos, I see this kind of affection for the time and the place. And it's just looking at his photos just really touches me. And as a photographer who has now been working, 6 years, this is kind of what I aspire to. I really want to take pictures that, are not only beautiful, but that really speak to the people and the place. And I found that in order to do that, you really have to have an open mind to the people that you're taking pictures of. And that can be really hard sometimes when, you don't have the same opinions, or it's a bit of a tense atmosphere. It's a bit of a controversial topic. And I'm very opinionated. So at first it was really hard for me to just kind of like put my emotions down and kind of see people as they are and take the pictures of these people as they are. And so this, practice of being a photographer has really taught me how to be a better listener, how to be more open-minded, and just how to be more present. Because if you're not those things, it's really hard to take good pictures of people and places. You end up, not liking them, I think, in the end. So, yeah, Fan Ho, beautiful photographer, and I'm sure beautiful person as well to be able to take pictures like this. Back to you, Vado.
Wow. So photographer Yolanta introduced another photographer in the previous who lived the previous age from our age. So it's kind of we can say he is inspire who inspire Yolanta and maybe the what is it role model or can we say that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
it's about role model, and I really want to hear if there is a role model of Mara or Subin in your field or industry or in your like your what is it, boundary that you are active these days. Is there any Mara? Do you have any role model who inspire your dream or not?
I
It doesn't
have
have to be dream.
few,
A few. Mhm.
few, yeah, like I want to be strong as my mother, and I want to be as how we have like my lecturer, because in even in here, everyone said like her is really have behave like it's really like elegant but cool too, but looks educated. I don't know how she can be like that, but well, I know, but I don't know how to be like her. Yeah, I try to be her, but Yolanta, like you can I mean the picture of I really hard to remember the name. Panhu. Yeah. That two picture is you're really into it, or there is other picture, most of that person picture, or you have other photographer to role
Yeah.
model.
Yeah, I have a lot of photographer role models, and I like them for many different reasons. Like either their composition is really good, the concept is really good. But I think for me, why I wanted to focus on fans' work is because, I just don't know many, Hong Kong photographers, of his level working in like the 1950s and 60s, during my grandmother's kind of era. And I don't know, maybe it's some sort of nostalgia, maybe it's the love for my grandmother, but just like his work specifically, because it's set in Hong Kong, it just has so much a more emotional grasp on me compared to other photographers.
Mm-hmm. How about Subin? Do you have any role model?
If you ask me like who my role model is, I would say like I learn from every bit of person that I meet. Like for example, like I really look up to Borrow for, like organizing this kind of event, making
Okay.
it like a system, like very well, like it's so well made. Like I look up to these things. Like I look up to you guys because you pursue your dreams and you do have your own professional ways. But ultimately I do have like I really look up to these Korean women in the 1920s. Like that was the time, the era where it was under Japanese colonization and women did not have any voice. But I do like art pieces from that era, especially from the women painters from the 90s and 30s. So like a big fan of, I don't know if you have heard like 청경자, Yolanta, or like 나혜석, these two women. Yeah, they're a big inspiration for me.
Wow, something unexpected answer. Wow, you are like having that age in your mind, the early 20th in Korea history. Okay, so Fan Ho, the person introduced by Yolanta, actually that was a destination page. When Yolanta gave me the Wikipedia page, Fan Ho, name of person she introduced, and I thought it's too difficult, so I just changed Kodak Brownie, which was the first camera that Fan Ho used for his life. Okay, so let's move to the next round. After playing this round, we will take a little break time, and we will come back. So, fifth round. Maybe it's becoming a little bit more difficult, I guess. Right? Please share your screen, Subin and Mara. Mara already shared. Oh, so before we move to the next round, so Mara is winning 2 rounds, and also Subin just made another revenge. So Subin is again winning 2 rounds. So it's again tie record. And if someone wins this round, that will be the player who leads again the rounds. Okay. Okay. Please see the chat box here. I shared. And if you want to activate double point, double chance, please tell me. And otherwise, we will start. No one? Okay. Italo Calvino. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Please start. Okay, Italo Calvino. Actually, that's another keywords I changed by myself. So after asking Yolanta, what was the original keyword? Marco Vallo or something?
Marco Valdo, yeah,
Marco
the name
Valdo,
of one of his books. Yeah.
Yes, the name of the main character, blue collar worker, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we will hear the detailed story after playing this round, and let's see the players, how players do. Okay, so Subin is still researching, learning who. Okay, Subin just started, so it took a little bit time.
Asia content. Oh, going straight for Italy. Mara is off to a good start.
Okay, Subin started from random article. William de Silva.
Footballer.
Maybe the point is to go to Italy, maybe?
Maybe. Italy's quite good at football.
Okay, so
Oh,
he came to
maybe.
Sao Paulo, which is Brazil, right? And Mara is in Americas. So we can say both are in
Ooh.
Americas. One is in Latin America.
Yeah.
And Mara is in America. Okay, Subin came to Sao Paulo economy. What's in there? I really wonder. What's in Sao Paulo economy?
Literature.
Okay. Maybe Subin is looking for the authors, maybe?
Maybe. Portugal.
Culture of Portugal. Maybe becoming closer than before, I guess. Portuguese literature.
Portuguese literature. Portugal literature.
I really wonder why Mara is lost in Americas. What Mara is looking for.
Italy.
I wonder why people are not looking for Italy. So
Yeah.
after hitting Italy, maybe if they go to the culture, literature of Italy, the Italo Calvino will be there, I guess, because he's too famous
Yeah.
not to be seen. Okay, Subin came to LA Film Festival. Okay, one more
Yes,
minute.
director.
One more minute.
Huh.
Oh, Subin came to the hometown of Yolanta, California.
I wonder if there was a film made. Maybe she saw that in the Wikipedia.
Okay. The documentary film, right?
Maybe. Or even just like an animated film about Marco Valdo.
Western
be.
United States. Marco Valdo. Okay, not about the Italo Calvino, but about the Marco Valdo.
Yeah, because I think that's the way you would have to go. Or maybe Italo Calvino stayed in the United States for some time. I don't actually quite know about his personal history that well. Amerigo Vespucci, it's quite close.
Okay, 20 more seconds. Amerigo Vespucci.
Well, she's in Italy now, so
Oh, okay. It
very,
took really
very
long
close.
time.
Yeah.
Okay, time's up. You can go to the
Oh.
United States now. Oh, United States. Okay. Subin hit
Oh.
the America gate. You can stop
Yeah,
playing.
Mara was very close. Oh my goodness.
Mara is in Americas. The name of the continent, right? Subin and okay. I really want to ask why Mara was spending more than like 3 minutes in the page, America's page, and also I really want to ask Subin why were you in Portugal's and things that is not Italy actually. So and went to LA. What was the strategy, Subin? What happened?
So I initially want to hit Italy for the country.
Oh, okay.
But I think I started with the page. I don't even know. But it was it was Brazil, and then I went to Portugal. I was looking for Italy, but I couldn't, so I went to like a film festival to look for like an Italian director. But I couldn't do it. And when Baro said just 1 minute, I thought it's better to stay in United States. This is like
Okay.
a hard article to find.
Okay. So we were talking, Yolanta and I was talking, maybe Subin is looking for some documentary or something related film that which is about the Italo Calvino or his works, or either his name or his works, but it didn't like that, right? It wasn't like that. Okay. And Subin, when you learn the first page after starting the game, you cannot click any button until you click the random article. Actually, you can just overlap the link with the mouse, but you cannot click and go back. Okay, it's okay. And how about Mara? What happened to Mara? Why were you in America so long time? What were you looking for?
I also have the same strategy actually. Like I'm trying to find something that connected with Italy, but I can't. But in the end, I kind of find it, but the times it's up. But I really want to find it, so I click it and then I lost. And then I want to go back to America, but I click America, so it's different direction.
Okay. So Subin was so smart at the end of the game, right? Staying near America, and when I call it go to America, Subin went to it. Wow. Okay, Yolanta, please share your screen and tell us what Italo Calvino means to you.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, Italo Calvino, as you guys saw, is an Italian author. I think he's from the modernist movement. And he's written quite a many books with kind of interesting narrative structures. But the one I wanted to focus on is his book of short stories called Marco Valdo, or The Seasons in the City. And it's about just this blue collar worker called Marco Valdo living in northern Italy who just hates living in the city. And in order to kind of get through every day, he focuses on the kind of interesting things he sees. And they usually have to do with nature. So it could be, the mushrooms that are growing next to the tram tracks, and he's, waiting for them to sprout so that he can harvest them and cook them up for dinner, or the plant in his factory that he gets to take care of, and he's like watching this thing grow. And I really love these stories not only because they're really well written and they're so evocative, but also for me, they remind me that we have to look for joy in our lives. We can be living in a situation we don't want to be in. We could be going every day to a job that we don't care about, but we have to look for the things that make us happy if we want to keep going in what we do. um, and in Korean, I think there's a kind of like term for this. It's swakeng. It means like small but certain happiness. And it's the saying that, focus on those like small things that make you happy. Don't focus on those like big, certain things. You don't know what's going to happen in the future, just to focus on what is now in front of you. And, this picture is um, from one of my friend's sons, actually, the one earlier, this little boy up in the tree. I met him when he was in first grade of school. So he was just learning how to write Hangul. And they, in school, they asked him to, write, four characters, your choice, whatever you want to write. And he wrote 웃는 얼굴. So either like smiling or like laughing face. And, of course, we asked him, like, why did you pick these, four letters? Like, why is this the thing you picked? And he just said, I don't know. I just felt like it. But for me, I think the reason why he picked it is, every day when he gets dropped off by the school bus, his parents are there to like greet him when he comes home with their smiling faces. And for me, I thought, oh, maybe this is, what makes him happy. It's like that small but certain happiness in his everyday that makes him happy to come home, makes him happy to go to school because, then when he comes home, he can see his parents. Yeah. Back to you, Bottle.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Yolanta. Subin, have you ever heard the 꽃비원? Have you ever heard that? The farm in 충청남도, 논산. You never heard it. Okay, maybe if you because I remember we were doing some project together in 청년살이 발전 정릉. That maybe that's why I asked you whether you know this because we were working not working together but some collaborating together in the before COVID-19 when we have a social dining event. But maybe it's first time for you to hear this name. Okay, I really recommend you visit there someday in the future. To find the sohakeng, what Yolanta introduced. Yolanta was doing a woofing there, right? How about Subin? Do you have ever heard of woofing? Woofing.
Is it like 동활?
Woofing is like renting the room in rural farmers' house and helping them working together in the farm, right?
So I think the concept is kind of like 동활, like
Right. 농활, yes.
Yeah.
농활 like Airbnb version.
Yeah.
농활 and
Like,
Airbnb.
is it just like for a month or like you can stay as long as you want?
Oh, Yolanta, maybe you can answer.
So, yeah, it's for as long as you agree with the farmer. So WOOFing, it stands for Worldwide Opportunities on Organic Farms, and actually started in the UK. And so every country that is registered with the main WOOF organization has, their own website. They have a list of hosts, and the website shows like their pictures, where they're located, what they farm, and how long they want volunteers for. So some people might say, the work is difficult. We want people who can stay, more than 3 weeks. Or some people who say, we're uncomfortable with long stays, maybe just like a weekend up to a week. And so, yeah, you have to kind of negotiate with the farmer. And usually they want you to stay about a week. And then if things go well, then you can, stay for longer. So I think the longest I've stayed at a farm maybe a month or 2 months. But then I go back and visit quite often, after meeting and becoming friends.
After this, maybe you will get the link, Subin. Okay, that was a story. 소확행, the small but certain happiness, right? Okay, so Mara, is there any words or question to Yolanta? Okay, so let's take a little bit break time. Intermission, right? Intermission for 5 minutes, and please come back here 5 minutes, and let's finish the rest of the rounds. 4 rounds, okay? Subin is leading by 1 point, winning 3 times, and Mara is winning 2 times. See you in 5 minutes. Bye bye. Okay, everyone, please come back and let's finish the rest of the rounds today. Okay, welcome back. Mara, you change your clothes? You look different. Ah, the hijab was
Hijab.
a little bit. Hijab was covering all the
I
all the
see.
parts of your upper body, but you just revealed. Yeah, okay, now I see. Okay, when Subin came, let's get started. Just a second. Whew. So nobody used the double chance yet. So with the rest of the rounds, 4 rounds, please try to use double chance.
I'll try.
But today we are not counting the winner by the high P you earn. Only counting by the points you win when you win, just 1.1 point. So even if you win the double chance round, it doesn't mean you are winning. You are earning 2 points. It doesn't mean. So you are earning double high P, but you are not earning double point. I mean the double winning point, right? Okay. Okay, Subin.
Yolanta, I have a question before you start.
Okay. Good.
Like, what the name again? Woofing? Have
Yeah.
you ever tried it in the agricultural and other aspect or any other? What do you say? I'm sorry. My
Yeah.
English is
No,
limited.
woofing is only for farming.
Ah, only for
Yeah,
farming.
only for farming.
I
So,
see.
there are, farmers who are taking care of chickens or
Mhm.
cows, beef farmers, also vegetable farmers. Nowadays there's some like breweries that you can woof at as well, but it's always related to agriculture.
I mean, agriculture. Oh, I
Yeah.
see. And you ever have it in plant and other like animals or
Yeah.
both of them?
Yeah,
Mhm.
usually they're more vegetable garden type farms, but I've also worked at, some chicken farms and I think once at a beef farm as well. Or sometimes they have other animals like goats and ducks as well. Yeah.
Nice. It's sort of interesting. Thank you.
Yeah.
Is there oof in Indonesia? Oofing in Indonesia? Have you ever found it, Yolanta? Oofing in
I
Indonesia?
know.
Maybe we will see when you search.
No, I don't think there is woofing in Indonesia. Not that I can see at the moment.
Okay, not every country. Okay. Oh, Yolanda, can you try to turn off your camera and turn on again? Because Mara has to be on the upper left. And yes. And come back. Okay, good. Thank you. So let's start the 6th round. I'm going to share the keyword here. Please see the chat box. If you want to use double chance, double point, point, please tell me, or otherwise we will play the single point game. Okay, Mara is ready, and Subin, please share your screen, Subin. Sharing, and let's do it together. Okay.
Oh, I activate double points.
Okay, Subin activated double point, and also it's applied to Mara too. Okay, so anyone who wins will gain the double IP. Ready? Okay, 3, 2, 1. Please start. You have 4 minutes. Okay, I'm back to Google Meet, and let's see. Pilgrimage. Pilgrimage is, I think, a little bit easier than Italo Calvino, I guess, right? So I think the point is to go to Spain, right? No, not doesn't have.
But there's so many. I think as long as you hit any sort of religion,
Okay,
I think there you can hit pilgrimage.
Okay, so you even came to Germany. Germany and Australia.
Yeah, I mean Germany. There is the Jakobsweg, which connects back to the pilgrimage to Santiago. So I think if Subin plays it right, I think she can hit it quite quickly. Okay, yeah, other religions, Mara already knows.
Oh,
Subin
maybe
has
Mara
religion.
knows better than Subin about the religion because she's a very religious
Oh,
person, right?
look!
Oh, Subin came to
Yeah.
Protestant. Protestantism, Protestant. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, Subin is almost there as well. I think they're both really close.
I think Mara is looking for some specific religion from the religion in Australia page, right? And Subin already found that specific religion. Oh, but what happened to Subin? Subin went to American history. Maybe she
not quite.
Okay, maybe
Protestants don't really do
pilgrims,
pilgrimages, I don't think.
How about the first settlement in the history of the US? The pilgrims from the UK, right?
Pilgrims, different. Different, right?
Oh,
I don't think that.
Subin came to the Pilgrim Hall Museum.
Ooh, I don't know if that's the same. I don't think that's the same pilgrim.
No,
oh no,
not yet.
Plymouth Colony. No.
That's
Different
not
type of pilgrim.
Different. Okay, Subin knows. Not the Plymouth Colony. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, while
Catholics,
Subin is a little bit lost, Mara came to Catholic Church.
Yeah.
So both are
Mara
approaching from the Christianity, right?
Close. Yeah. But Protestants don't really do pilgrimages. So I think Mara's in a good place to hit pilgrimage because there's definitely a lot within the Catholic Church.
Oh, but Subin also, I think Subin is also linked to the pilgrimage, but it's different, right?
Yeah, different.
But even if it is really different, Wikipedia page can lead from the one to the other, right?
Right.
Okay, Subin gave the Mayflower, which is the name of the ship, right?
Yeah, that brought the pilgrims
to the US. Okay.
Yeah. Latin Church. Oh.
40 more seconds. So people now they know they have to be staying not that far from the US, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Mara again came to Americas.
Cape Cod.
Oh, Subin, why? Oh, American word. Okay. 15 more seconds. Massachusetts, okay. I think Subin tried very good, but it wasn't the correct path.
Very close though, very close.
Okay, you can go to the US now. Okay, Mara hit the US.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Subin, what happened? You are in Massachusetts. Why couldn't you find US? Okay, Mara was the winner of this round because Mara soon hit the US after I say that. After the time's up, actually. And actually, Subin, I thought Subin was winning this game because she went Germany and Protestantism, right? Very quickly. And even the pilgrims with the Mayflowers things. But Yolanta, I didn't know that too either. The Yolanta, before Yolanta, until Yolanta told me, it's different pilgrims. But somehow I thought Wikipedia page can link, the something to the other that looks related each other, but Subin couldn't find the link, I guess. Okay, so Mara was the winner of this round. So Mara earned 3 wins, and Subin also win 3 wins. So it's an even game again. And okay, so Mara, what were you looking for in the beginning?
I'm looking for the list of church, but I can't find it, and I was in other Catholic and other church, but I trying to find out.
But why not Islam? I thought you were looking for Islam and then find some
Because
pilgrimage in Islam history, but you didn't do it. Why?
actually, it's my first time heard that word. So
Okay.
when I looking for more information about that keywords, I find a source about that one, and then
Mm-hmm.
I try to find it like that.
Okay, thank you, Mara. And Subin, did you know the pilgrimage is different from the one pilgrims, right? I
Yeah, I knew the word. I knew what the difference between pilgrims and pilgrimage. I thought, pilgrims will lead somehow
right,
to a
right, right, right.
pilgrimage.
Yeah, I think that was a
Yeah.
really good approach. Okay.
So, but
Mhm.
it was close.
It was really close. Okay. So Yolanta, you can share, please, what pilgrimage means to you. Sorry, I didn't mute my Google Meet. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. The reason I decided pilgrimage as one of the words, um, one has to do with the philosophy I've, put together through my travels and working life here in Korea. But also, I actually did a pilgrimage. I think now it's been 3 years ago. There is a Buddhist pilgrimage on Shikoku Island in Japan. And since I was in university, I was just kind of obsessed with this idea of like just walking. And you're just walking around this island, visiting temples, and especially with this idea of uh, actually doing it as like the proper pilgrim where you're just walking, you have, everything on your back, and you just kind of accept everything that comes. And so I, did it as a walking pilgrim and as like what we call like nojuku, which means you are sleeping outside. If somebody offers you housing, you take the housing. You might sleep at a temple, but I also brought like a tent. So for 45 days, I had this tent with me on the right side with my little pilgrim's hat and all of my things. It was raining, I got rained on. But every day I was just, walking around this island and just, accepting everything that came. This was, I think, on the second or third day, it's like the hardest day because you have to essentially climb 1,000 to 300 meters. You have to go up the mountain, down a little bit, back up, and then back down again. And they say, this is the points where if you fall, and you don't get back up, you can't continue the pilgrimage. But I got through the day, thanks to the generosity of the people around me. And I had one day I pulled something in my thigh, and the monk said, "Oh, just stay. It's gonna be New Year's tomorrow. You can help us make mochi, the little rice cakes." And so I spent the day just helping them make rice cakes and talking with these like cute old people. Um, and this was towards the end. You see out into this beautiful landscape. You meet these old people who just show every day she goes and waters the plants, puts new flowers for the little statue. And it's just this idea of every day is a pilgrimage. Every day you have to be sure of what you're doing. You have to have those goals in front of you, or else, you can become depressed. You can, trip over the smallest things, and you can't continue on the journey that you're on. So I think of myself every day as being on a pilgrimage, even though, it's not religious. It's not this, huge thing to save humanity or something big, but um, yeah, I have to think of every day as being important.
Mm-hmm. Wow. So was it like a February or winter season when you go to the
It was,
Shikoku?
it was winter season, so I started in December and I finished in February.
Mm-hmm. That's the
So
period, right? They every year they not celebrate. What is it like? The for the pilgrimage in Shikoku, right?
no, actually, you can go at any time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and
Mm.
usually people will go in the spring or the fall because the weather is really nice, not too hot, not too cold, and there's cherry blossoms or the maple leaves, the momiji. But I picked the winter when there was nobody on the road, just because, I wanted to have a lot of quiet time to myself to think. And it was also quite nice because people don't expect pilgrims during that time. So you have a lot of chance to kind of meet and talk with people and, get the full kind of pilgrim experience.
Mm-hmm. So
Yeah.
it's like a lot of walking, right?
A
Walking and
lot of
walking, walking.
walking. It's, oh gosh, I think 1,400 kilometers.
1,400 kilometers is one with
Yeah.
one visit. How long did you stay?
One visit. So it was 45 days, and I walked about 30, 40 kilometers per day.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it's
It's
long.
it sounds like hard. It's harder than Ramadan fasting.
I don't know. I mean, I got a lot of delicious food to keep me going every day. So
Okay.
it was quite good for me. Um, no, it was actually I never got sick. Uh, there were a few days that was quite cold, but it was great. I didn't feel I was in too much pain, except I did lose a few toenails.
Mm.
That was the only thing. There
Mm.
was there's a lot of yeah.
How about
So it's like, oh no.
the accommodation? Is there any like accommodation like albergue when it comes to the Spain, Spanish, the
Uh,
Santiago, the
yeah,
pilgrimage? There is a like guest house, bunch of guest house on the way to the
yeah.
west, right? Called albergue. Is there
So
similar
there
thing?
there aren't there aren't any like the guest houses like on the Santiago where like lots of pilgrims come, they eat together and talk. So there aren't any places like that.
Oh,
There
okay.
are, of course, hotels. There are like temple accommodations that you can pay for, but also ones you can not pay for that are, very simple. There's a bathroom and there's a roof. Um, but they have a lot of like in Korean, like pepiso. So they're like
대피소.
unmanned,
Okay.
like yeah, they what is it in English?
What's 대피소 in
Um,
English? Uh,
they're like rest areas.
evacuation.
No, not they're not that
I'm
they're
not
not
enough.
like that. But yeah, they'll build like a little wooden structure with a roof. They might have some food in there, or people might like leave gifts. But you can like set up your tent or just like sleep in there if the weather is good. Um, and sometimes the temples will allow you to stay there as well. But I spent, I think, most of the time in the tent, and
Tent.
then
Okay.
yeah, the just like a really simple tent with like a little rain cover. But I also had maybe 5 or 6 days where people saw me and they stopped me on the road and they said like, "Hey, where are you staying tonight? Come stay at my house." Or I have like a little extra room for you, come stay. Or, I will pay for your room at, this guest house. It's raining today, you need a place to stay. So it's really humbling because you can be like sweating and walking for 40 kilometers and somebody will just like come out of nowhere and be like, come stay at my house. And it's the most amazing experience because it's something you never expect. You don't expect that kind of kindness from strangers, but the people of Shikoku are just so incredibly kind.
Oh, you went there by yourself, right? By
Mhm.
yourself. Okay. Wow.
Totally safe. So Mara and Subin, you guys can go and there will be no problem. Totally safe.
We should go there before we get too old.
Yeah.
I'm a little intimidated by your story of losing toenails.
uh,
Toenails.
You have to have the right shoes. So this is the first time I had attempted this kind of like long distance walking, had the wrong type of shoes for winter hiking because there was a bit of snow in the mountains. So, Subin talked to me. I will outfit you with the right outfit. You're not going to lose toenails, I promise.
Okay.
Maybe just one or two.
I will invite Yolanta to KakaoTalk group chat. How about this? Okay. Okay. Thank you, Yolanta. So Mara, Subin, tie scores 3-3, and let's move to the next. Wait. It was the double chance something, right? And Mara won the game. So actual winning point is still same, 3-3. It's still the same point, but Mara won the double high P score, the point. That's the difference, okay? Okay, let's move to the next round. And please share your screen again. And I also released the next destination in the chat box. Please see that too. So Subin already activated the double chance, so there's no more chance for Subin. How about Mara? Are you going to activate double point for this?
Not yet.
Which looks so difficult, right? Okay, let's just get started. 3, 2, 1. Please start. You have a 4 minutes. Okay, now Subin is looking at Ivan Illich's the description, I guess. Oh, Subin found that tools for conviviality, which is the original keyword of this round, right?
Yeah.
And I ask you to change something a little bit easier than conviviality, and Ivan Illich is famous person.
Ivan Illich is, he's very famous, but I think it's still going to be very tough to get there.
It's okay. We have America, right? United States at the end. But I hope they just got the idea of the conviviality or who is Ivan Illich by this chance, actually. Okay.
Well,
so,
from what I know, he's just a philosopher.
From Germany, right?
German, yeah, and he was a priest.
And priest, okay.
Yeah. So maybe if they go to religion page, it might be easier to find him.
Mara is Estonia, from Finland.
Estonia.
I think Mara has some idea with northeastern Europe things. Oh, okay. Mara came to German language, German things. And Subin also in Europe, so they're very close each other. Maybe Subin, what's the next country of Subin? Austria and Germany. So Subin has some idea, I guess. Approaching from Austria. And science and philosophy.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe Subin saw something. Ivan Illich.
Yeah, because he was born in Vienna.
Ah, really? Okay.
So I think maybe he's approaching like that.
2 more minutes. German language literature and Austria science and philosophy.
They're both very close. The problem is he famous enough to be on this page?
Oh, yes. That's the problem, yes.
Yeah, because I think maybe she should be looking towards religion. But he was a philosopher.
Oh, Subin found someone different, but
Paul
Lazar,
sociology.
maybe. Oh, Mara came to Austria.
Okay.
After all.
Sociology.
Sociology and Austria. Okay.
Ooh.
Austria government and politics
Very
this time. So a little bit different approach from Subin because Subin went to science and philosophy. Mara is in Austria government and politics. And Subin came to sub fields.
Yeah, I mean, maybe she's going to theology, then
I
that would
see, I
put
see.
her in the
Theology.
right place. Yeah.
40 more seconds.
Medical sociology. Ooh, very
Austria
close, very
culture.
close.
Peter Conrad. Oh, the sociologist. So both are in Europe. So we will see who will be the US after. Time's up. Okay. Brandeis University. Oh, maybe university can lead the figure.
Yeah.
Specific figure. Yeah. Oh, Sweden is in the US already. Right. Okay, time's up. Now you can go to the US. Subin did it. Okay.
Mara was also very close.
Mara was escaping from the Europe, but it took a little bit time. And Subin knew that no one is going to find it. Subin already moved to the US and waiting for the times is running. Okay, so maybe this was the one of the most difficult destination we played for today, and maybe Yolanta will introduce who he is and why, what it means to her. Please, Yolanta.
Yeah, so actually, originally, the word that I chose was actually conviviality. And Ivan Ilyich was a philosopher and theologian who wrote about this term, along with a lot of other philosophers as well. And there's a lot of definitions. One of them is, fond of feasting, drinking, and good company. Other people might define conviviality as the quality of being friendly and making people feel happy and welcome. Or, the ability of individuals to interact creatively and autonomously with others and their environment to satisfy their own needs. But for me, it's about, living together with difference, more simply. And for me, the term conviviality is really important because, I'm living as an expat in a country that I don't have nationality. I'm not ethnically related to Korea. So I experience a lot of, kind of like racism and also like prejudice as well. One as an American and also as a Hong Kong person, or, most Koreans just say Chinese. And so it was like really difficult for me to kind of overcome those, tell people like, hey, please don't treat me differently because I am, a foreigner, don't charge me more for this taxi ride. And also in Korea, it's very different from Hong Kong and the US in that hierarchy is very important. Your gender is also very important in the way that people treat you. So, sometimes when I'm staying with like farmers who are a little older, they might, order me around to get coffee. At work, I'm treated a little differently because I'm a younger woman. So even though I might be more qualified to do something, I get kind of put on the back burner, or I get, told off. Because they feel that they are, better. And of course, that made me so angry as a woman, as a young woman. But at the same time, that experience has made me realize that, there is a lot of discrimination and kind of injustices in the world. And it can make me angry, but I also need to learn how to live with these people who think differently and act differently from me. And I need to find a way to convince them in a way that is not confrontational. So how do I do that? How do I understand these people? How do I be open to them and live together in peace despite our differences? So, conviviality is a really important term in my life.
I may have to introduce one word, Indonesian word, or Mara can also introduce, right? Bineka Tunggal Ika, right, Mara? So please introduce, Mara, the word Bineka Tunggal Ika. And have you ever heard this, Yolanta? Bineka Tunggal Ika, Indonesian. Oh, okay. Then Mara, please, can you teach
Yeah.
us?
Yeah, like it's our strain, like Bhinneka Tunggal Ika. It's like unity in diversity. Like even when we are different, because Indonesia is really have many ethnical group, but the differences will make us together like that. Yeah,
Yes,
it's kind of
yes.
related to that word too.
So the word, the conviviality. Just a second. Yolanta is mute. Okay, good. It reminds me of the word Bhinneka Tunggal Ika, meaning unity of what? Diversity, right? That's a national motto of Indonesia. So maybe it's a very similar the attitude to the diversity. Okay, Subin, I hope it helped you understand. I mean, know more about Ivan Illich. Maybe you can search later. Okay, so let's move to the next round. A little bit, we are running out of our time, so I'm going to share the next one. Ready? So please copy only the first word. Actually, it's the same word, but Wikipedia page shows only one side of that word, left side. Yes, but it is dandelion, right? Dandelion, actually. So, are you using double chance, Mara? Double chance for this? No? I cannot hear you. You are mute, Mara. What?
Sorry. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay,
Double chance.
double chance for this round. Okay, ready, everyone? Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Please start. Just a second. Okay. Oh. Okay, so I don't know how to read this. Taraxacum,
Tarazacum, maybe?
Tarazacum, which means dandelion, right?
Yeah, I think that's the scientific name.
Right. Wikipedia, they say they only shows the scientific name, but we know dandelion. Okay, so Subin is still learning the page, Taraxacum dandelion page. And Mara is Mara already came to the Netherlands. And Netherlands is the country famous for the flower industry, actually, right?
Oh, yeah, that is true. That's quite smart.
So I think Mara is looking for some specific, even if it's not dandelion or something else, tulip or maybe.
Yeah, she's a pine.
What's penis? Penis? What's this?
It is actually called. It is actually pronounced penis.
Oh, okay.
But it's the what is it? The genus for pine trees.
Okay.
Yeah.
And she moved to the botany page.
Yeah.
And Subin came to hospital.
Oh, maybe
Pharmacy.
for like the health benefits of dandelion.
Oh, okay, I see. On the other hand, Mara, what is it? Plant. Okay, Mara came to the general page of the plant. And Subin is in pharmacy. So who will be the one who are closer closer to the destination. Dandelion, pharmacy and plant. Oh, Subin came. Oh, Subin saw something. History, right?
History.
That is
Oh.
the dandelion is used as a medicine or something, right? And Mara is looking very carefully into all the species or big categories or structure of the plant system, I guess. Oh, but Subin, after all, Subin came to botany.
Pollinating.
Yeah, botany and
Herbal medicine.
herbal medicine.
I think Subin is close.
Oh yes, because dandelion normally is sweet, right? Herbal medicine.
Hmm. Yeah, I think all sorts of countries, even in the US, we use it as a kind of medicinal plant.
Oh, if
So I think
Subin,
she's done really good.
if Subin wins this round, actually Subin is the winner of the match today because we are playing 9 rounds, and when someone wins more than 5 rounds, that's the winner actually.
Oh, okay.
That's why I prepare odd number, the number of the rounds,
Yeah.
to prevent the tie to break the tie.
Yeah.
Okay, but Subin is a little bit lost in the herbal
Ooh.
medicine.
Yeah.
One more minute. One more minute.
Plant is also quite hard to get to dandelion.
Because you have to know all the families, the name of the families and things, I think, to get the specific name of the flower. From the plant page. Oh, Subi went to the traditional Chinese medicine, herbal medicine this time.
Okay, I think that's close
Mhm.
because we definitely use that in medicine as well. But I don't know if it's famous enough or big enough to get a link on the page.
Okay, 10 more seconds. National Cherry Blossom Festival.
So close, so close.
I think Subi was so close, but time's up. Okay,
Yeah.
time's up. Please go to US and you'll be the winner. Washington DC, Mara? Mara? Oh, Mara. Mara hit the US. Okay. Mara was so fast this time. Actually, you know. Oh, wait. Mara was so fast when I call US. And actually, you know what? Mara is winning 4 games and Subin is winning 4 games and we have only 1 round left. So this, I didn't expect today's match is this much close. Okay, so Mara activated double chance and she won the round. So today Mara gained 2 double chance rounds altogether. Okay, so actually Subin, I thought you were winning this round because you are already in the medicine, herbal medicine and China, but you couldn't find it, right? So close. And botany, the page. Both Subin and Mara visit in the middle of the game. Subin was the one sooner, but at the end, Mara won after calling US. Okay, so Yolanta, can you share the screen and tell us your story? What dandelion means to you? Oh, Yolanta, you are mute in Zoom here. Sorry.
Okay, there you go. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, so this is a picture I took maybe a few years ago during spring because, you know, dandelions or the leaves in Korea, they're used as a type of like side dish in like namu. And so I was at Gopyeon, flower raining farm, and we were, you know, harvesting them for making side dishes. But for me, I love dandelions, not only because they're really, you know, fun to blow and watch the seeds go. And in the US, you know, we make a wish whenever we blow the dandelion clock away, and, you know, we hope that it grants our wishes. But I have, you know, taken the dandelion on as my kind of like personal plant, personal representative of who I am. Because for me, I think, dandelions look really weak. You can just pick them away or blow them away, and the dandelion clock just scatters into the wind, and they look so weak. But they're one of the plants you just can't get rid of. Like bamboo, the seeds just, go everywhere, and every spring they come back more and more. And so I love this idea of being represented in that way, some as a person who is, humble, who's unadorned, but also somebody who is really strong and perseveres through any hardships. But also, for me, dandelions are a plant that gives joy to people, whether you're 5 years old or 50 years old, you can enjoy, blowing the dandelion clock and making a wish. And actually, I am now preparing a book about the research I've done and the interviews with all of these farmers over the past 6 years.
Oh.
And the title is going to be called Dandelion Clock. And so, dandelions for me, very, very important representative of my life.
6 years of the researching and working.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a big works. And what's a dandelion clock in Korean? Are you going to make it in Korean book? No?
I haven't figured out the translation for dandelion clock, but it is being translated. I'm still putting together the English manuscript, so hopefully it's going to be finished this year. I started this with my designer friend, Audrey, last year around this time, and we thought, we can finish this in a few months, 3 months. Let's, end of the year. It's a year has come and gone. It's not finished, so hopefully by the end of this year, I will have the finished manuscript.
It's okay. We have one more thing that we can be connected by the new release of the Yolanta's book, right? At the end of the year, right? Within this year.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So thank you, Yolanta. And let's move to the last round. Okay. So no more double chance. And this is the last round. And no. Mara, Subin is having 4 points each. So winner of this round will be the winner of the match this month too. Okay. Please share your screen and copy this and paste it, please. Thank you. Okay. You know what this word means, but maybe it's a little bit difficult than the other words. Mara, ready? No, not that one, Mara. Okay. Okay, let's go. 3, 2, 1. Please start. Happiness. I remember there were one match that played for Homesick in the past, last year actually, Wikirace, and yeah, it was a something psychological state that player, the winner played. I remember that, yeah. So maybe similar.
Yeah, I think Subin has the same idea. So she's looking at all the philosophers. So maybe she can get through.
Right,
that
Nietzsche.
way.
Oh, Subin came back. Okay. Subin is starting from the farms. What's this?
Yeah,
Food
farms,
technology.
no,
It says.
Okay. Aleph. Yeah, that has to do with like Israel, maybe. So maybe she's already something related to religion she can get through very quickly.
Affirmation law. Oh, testimony of
Quakers.
integrity. Okay, Quakerism, signal transduction.
both very
Cadbury. What's
difficult. Cadbury,
Neuron.
like the Cadbury eggs.
Chocolate. Oh,
Chocolate.
Mara came to
Okay,
chocolate.
I think they're both quite close.
Neuron.
Happiness.
The scientific terminology and something really familiar with us, our daily life, chocolate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Neurons. I mean, she can go to. Cerebellum. Yeah, cerebellum. Something about emotions.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Oh, greeting card.
Greeting card. Okay.
Greeting card. Maybe. Sometimes we cannot expect what's coming after the specific page. Greeting card and happiness, maybe. But Wikipedia.
Yeah, maybe like the credit card themes.
But Wikipedia is not linked as much as we imagine the words are linked in our brain, actually, because it is basically it's a dictionary, encyclopedia, actually. So it always deal with the terminologies. So when it comes to happiness, it has to be done something with the psychological field or something, according to my past experience. So sometimes that's very tricky thing in Wikirace. Long term. Oh, that's Subin, right? Subin is doing
so close.
correct way.
So close.
Right. Because depression is the one of the states, right? We feel.
Yeah.
Kirigami. Okay, I think Mara is far from. 30 more seconds. Oh, I think the long-term depression was the page really close to Edwin Smith Papyrus, Egyptologist. 10 more seconds.
Egyptologist? Oh no.
Again, the US will save the winner today. Okay, so
Yeah,
you came to the University
I
of
think
Chicago. Okay, now you can go to US. Time's up. Okay, Subin was waiting for this. Thank you.
So close.
Okay, now everyone can stop sharing. First, let's hear what happiness from Yolanta. I mean, happiness. We know what this means, but what's the happiness to Yolanta? Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna end on happiness. I think, our personal happiness is really important. I think, since I've been living in Korea, I've definitely realized a little bit more about, the things and the people that make me happy. And I'm always trying to, increase that happiness as much as possible. Life is too short. So I want us to just, have 15 seconds together. And I just want you to think of who or what makes you happy. There's so much negativity and bad things in the world, but we forget to think about the good things. So starting now, let's just have 15 seconds and just think of something that makes you happy. I think that was 15 seconds. Mara and Subin, do you want to share what you thought of in that 15 seconds?
I really wonder.
Okay. So, for me, I realize happiness is not about just joy. It's about, like bad things happening too. Whatever is stressful or, negative to you, it should prior to, like joy or like any positive feelings. I realize that's how I feel happiness. So this week was really tough for me at the work. It was physically challenging, mentally challenging, but I was really looking forward for this event. So like meeting new people, connecting is a great happiness. I actually have Wednesday off next week. And I'll be going to a museum in Wonju. It's like a Gangwon, very provincial area. That's another happiness for me. Something, like I await and, can't wait to have a connection with people.
Wow. I'm very happy to hear that. But that's my happiness. Okay. Can Mara and
Yeah, my happiness, I actually a really simple feeling. Like I always got doctrine that everything happen with reason, and that reason can be make our lesson. So that's why I think my friend also said like I'm too positive. I always happy and yeah, I just happy. I don't know. Sometimes it's also bad because I cannot mourning something deeply because yeah, that doctrine. But yeah, happiness is everywhere, every time. Like yeah, I just happy. Yeah.
was it enough, Yolanta, for your question?
Yeah, perfect. How about Baro? Baro, we need to hear what makes you happy as
Actually,
well.
I thought that too in 50 seconds, and I come up with one word: room. Room means not the physical room in the house, but the like chance, that I can have the space, not physical space, but some environmental space or room. I can try something new every time, even if I fail or I have some little success. But the room is important, and I'm always feel happy when I have a room to try new things. That's my happiness.
Yolanda happiness.
Oh,
Nice.
for
Right.
yes, me as well. Um, I think for me, happiness is, just the people in front of me and, the time that we are spending together. I often, forget to, appreciate the moment. So for me, the 15 seconds, it was really good to just kind of focus on your faces, the people who are in front of me, who are playing this game with me and enjoying this beautiful night together with me.
Okay, that was Yolanta today, and the winner of the today's match is Subin by 5 point, 5-4. So newcomer, challenger beat the defending champion. This happens sometimes. Okay. Okay, let's take photo and finish today session. Like how about doing this, Subin? Winner's face. Can you imagine? Because I want to put some winner's face. Okay, Mara crying. Okay, that's good. And how about Subin? You have any winner face, and we will take. Yolanta, you can take any free face. Ready? Oh, Subin is making heart. Oh, the reverse heart. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Kimchi in Korean. Okay, so please have a good night and see you at next event. I hope we can together, and maybe I can invite you to the WhatsApp and Kakao. So that
No way, Yolanta, you have to share us your Instagram
Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
before you leave.
Yes.
Well, how about
Bottle.
we
Correct. Yeah.
how about we after we get connected in Kakao or WhatsApp? How about this? Sharing Instagram.
Perfect.
Is it good? Okay. Okay. Have a good weekend and
Hey.
good night.
Everyone. It's
Bye-bye.
nice
Good
game
Good
to be.
night.
Bye.
Nice to meet you
all.
Have a
guys.
nice weekend.